Coworker, 60F, keeps calling me a dumb blonde at work in front of my boss. My 60-year-old coworker says this to me and my boss is sitting right in the office with us. He doesn't correct her. I was born with blonde hair and I'm not changing it. She has gotten to the point where it's very obvious to both of us and he said to me it's obnoxious. How is this any different from pointing out someone as less capable due to race or ethnic background? Edit. This woman is human resources. My boss is the only other person I can escalate to aside from a lawyer. Assuming you're in the US, it's not necessarily discriminatory in terms of legal protection, but it is considered sexual harassment in the workplace, qualifying as a hostile work environment, due to the frequency of her calling you that and it being sexist in nature. Guess who just recently took their sexual harassment training? Lol. Considering she's HR, she should know better. Technically, companies want this first attempt at addressing it to be between you and this woman. You telling her it's inappropriate and asking that she stop. This can be done via email so you have written proof you tried. Then, I would speak to your boss. Explain and show proof of how that qualifies as a hostile work environment that threatens the company. And if that doesn't work, file a complaint with the EEOC or DOL. Again, all per the training. If you want to train a dog, child, or coworker, you need to immediately correct bad behavior. Snap your fingers in her face while saying no every time she does this. As soon as she stops, give her a treat or a pat on the head. Remember, consistency is key. Can you just say, I find that insulting? This person is a bully. When you confront her, she will say something like, I was only kidding, or, don't be so sensitive. But you must confront her. Be polite but firm. If it continues, write an email and CC her supervisor. Use words like bully, uncomfortable, hostile, and harassment. Be careful to explain that her behavior has persisted despite you asking her to stop on XXXXX dates. Finally, mention something like, enjoy our working relationship, or, I see you as a mentor. Next time it happens and both she and your boss are together, I'd say something like, attack the problem, not the person. Insert her name. What's your real issue here? Great way to snap people out of passive-aggressive behavior. Make an HR complaint. Your boss should be correcting her behavior. Being rude is not acceptable anywhere, especially in the workplace. Go to her boss and complain. It's demeaning and harassing even if you're not a protected class. It is implicit age discrimination. You can also just say, well, it's natural and I know that makes people jealous, but calling me a dumb blonde is harassment. You shouldn't have to call out HR for this behavior, but probably the best course of action. Next time she says it, look her straight in the eye and say this. That's enough of those kind of comments about me. It stops now. Then walk away. Do not respond to anything she might say next. I always respond by being blunt, stoic, and public about it. When she says it, I would just say, wow, that was really rude and inappropriate. You have to call people out, or it won't change. It just becomes the norm. I like the I am sorry. You keep saying that and I do not understand. Can you explain it to me? Approach. Do it in front of your boss. She sucks. But don't call her old to retaliate. Age discrimination is an actual legally protected thing. Tell her she's being rude and to knock it off. And tell the boss you're disappointed they're allowing this disrespect to continue. Tell boss that you are speaking to a lawyer about harassment in the workplace. Either coworker apologizes immediately, in writing, and discontinues said bad behavior or you'll be going forward with a complaint to the labor board, state or country, and naming boss and coworker in your complaint as boss is complicit. Hasn't discouraged bad behavior. It's a bluff. But threats of legal action tend to snap people back to reality. Document every comment and incident. In the meantime, start looking elsewhere as it sounds like your job is toxic AF. I mean, that's harassment. This is literally why companies have HR departments, well, that and to make sure no one tries to form a union. If there's an employee handbook and there's anything in there about having the right to feel safe at work, there's your violation. A coworker constantly insulting you makes for a terrible work environment. I'd put on a video camera or record her daily interactions. Then get an employment attorney for a hostile work environment. I'd just call them out on it. As the HR person here, I would expect you to know what constitutes hostile workplace behavior. I have records here that indicate you have used demeaning language to me about my appearance on X, Y, and Z dates, and I expect it to stop today or I'll be sharing these records with the labor board. The best way is to call her out on it, especially if she does it in front of time boss. Don't be hostile per se, but next time she does it, say something like, "Hey, this is like tune X time you've called a dumb blonde in front of the boss. What's that about?" Quote, "I've done it before, it works great." Just say, "Bless your heart," and walk away. Okay, boomer. What a weird thing to say out loud in a professional work environment. Smile and sweetly say, "I'm a natural blonde, but regardless, I'm not sure what your comment about my hair is intended to do. Could you help me understand what you're trying to communicate?"
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.